This is what it's like to stay at the Hyatt Regency Waikiki Hotel, of which I'm currently standing on my 37th floor ocean view balcony. This is one of my favorite hotels in Waikiki, and in this video I'm going to show you around the property, around one of the rooms. I'm going to tell you the pros and cons of it, let you know how much I paid for it, and let you know whether you should consider staying here or not. And this is a hotel I personally do stay at quite often when I visit Oahu. The last time I did a review of it was in 2021 during the pandemic, and a lot of things have changed since then, but not everything has changed. Actually, where the hotel is located hasn't changed, and so I want to start with the intro clip that I did 3 years ago, down in the water right there, but then everything else right after that is going to be current, how the hotel looks today in 2025. All right, let's go. Okay, first things first, let's talk about where the Hyatt Regency Waikiki is located. It is located here in Waikiki Beach. There's those two tall towers right there, and the Hyatt Regency, it's kind of on the south part of Waikiki Beach. You could call it oceanfront. There are no other hotels in front of it. The last oceanfront hotel that doesn't have a road in front of it is the Westin Moana Surfrider right there. But I actually really like this location, Waikiki Beach, because I love this Kuhio Beach Park that I'm swimming in right now, because it's a protected beach right here, meaning that there's a little rock jetty out there, and so if you've got little ones or you just like to swim without a lot of waves, you can do it right here. Right now that we know where the hotel is located and what's around it, let's come back to 2025 and let me tell you about the arrival situation. When you're arriving at the hotel, if you're coming by taxi, Uber, or you're doing valet parking, you'll arrive at the small valet entrance just off on the side. If you're self-parking, then you will park in the self-parking garage that is just across the street from the hotel. Valet parking, $70 a night at the time I made this review. Self-parking, $55 a night. Now, either way you come in, from that, you'll come in through the valet entrance, up this set of escalators. This is like an open atrium style hotel, but to go find the lobby, you go up these escalators to the second floor where you will find the check-in desks. They have a lot of check-in desks because they got a lot of rooms, 1,200 rooms, so they need to have a lot of people to check people in. Over here, you'll find the concierge desk, you'll find tours and activities as well. Now, this open atrium style hotel, in the shops area, they have 50 shops and restaurants in these 3 stories that make up the center thing between the 2 buildings of the hotel. Too numerous to show you, but I will definitely show you the highlights. But first, let's talk about some of the hotel amenities. If we go up a floor to the 3rd floor, this is where we find the hotel's pool deck. It is a small swimming pool, but it does have a nice set of chairs around it. It looks out on the beach, and so this is a pretty cool place to hang out and sit and catch some sun waves if you don't want to go down to the beach. The chairs are obviously going to be free for you to sit in up here. There's also a hot tub up on this pool deck, and you will find a little like restaurant in the pool deck area as well. Oh, and if you find all of these chairs busy, well, extra good deal is they've got some like beach chairs back here in the little thing where you would check out towels by the pool. Those are free for hotel guests to pick up and take down to the beach to sit on, which is nice because many hotels around here don't have free beach chairs and charge like some 50 to 70 exorbitant dollars a day. Here, that's included in your rate. But yes, you do have to use your labor on your back to get them to the sand and back again. Now, they have an interesting system to provide beach and pool towels. They've got these vending machines throughout the property. You tap your key card right here, and then you take your towels out. They're RFID tagged, so it remembers it to your room, and then you return your towels in there, and it tracks it to you. And apparently, they say if you don't return it the same day, they'll charge you $25 per towel. Ouch. The 3rd floor is also home to the breakfast and dinner buffet. This buffet quite expensive, like $50 for breakfast, $80, $90 for dinner. Honestly, I don't know who eats there at these prices unless these meals are included in your room rates. Just beyond the buffet is the Regency Club. This is the club concierge executive lounge for Hyatt Elite members, either globalists or people that have a redemption coupon to get lounge access, or if you book a room that has lounge access. If you do have lounge access, then you would take breakfast here in the lounge. They also have evening snacks, evening dessert. It has an indoor seating area that's pretty small, and then a much bigger outdoor seating area. We'll talk more about the breakfasts here later. Across from the pool on the 3rd floor is also quite a big fitness center. Airy, fresh, high ceilings, wood paneling, mirrors on the walls. Actually, a pretty nice place to work out, and clearly, as you can see, at 8 o'clock at night, not too busy. You can have the whole place
to yourself.
Now, of the 50 shops in the hotel, probably the most important is the ABC store. Why? Well, because there's not just one ABC store. There are 3 ABC stores, and if you don't know about the ABC store, this is like the quintessential store for tourists in Hawaii. You will have everything that you need there, from snacks to beach supplies. You'll find 2 at ground level, and then you'll find 1 up on the 3rd floor by the pool. If you're here with kiddos, they might enjoy playing the putt-putt mini golf. It's like the glow-in-the-dark variety, and it has a video game arcade right next to it. And right next to that arcade, in the center of the hotel, behind the big waterfall, you'll find 1 elevator in the middle. That'll take you up to the 5th floor where you can enjoy the spa. Now, new since I was here last time, the hotel does appear to offer a luau on the 3rd floor. I did not partake of this, but there did seem to be a lot of people enjoying the luau. I've already done plenty of luau's in Hawaii. There's also a cool free entertainment option right in front of the Hyatt on the beach at the hula mound. There are often free hula shows that are out here, so do check these out if the performances are on while you're staying. If you're here as part of a tour group, there are tons of like tour operators, tour companies, tour lounges that operate out of this hotel. You will also find a Hertz rental car, and if you need a currency exchange, they've got that too, although the currency exchange does have some pretty limited hours. And if you like restaurants, there are tons around in Waikiki, but there's a couple more in the hotel on the ground floor. Most notable, the sushi shop that you can look in on the window and see them cutting up that fresh sashimi. 4th floor of the Diamond Head Tower is home to a pretty big guest laundry facility, 5 washers, 5 dryers. They take credit cards to wash and dry, $3 each one, and you can get your Tide laundry detergent here with coins or credit cards for $1.50 each. I also really like that on every guest room floor, they have ice machines that also have a water dispenser. Keep you hydrated. Now that we've seen everything around the hotel, let's check out the inside of one of the rooms. This is room 3762, a king bed ocean view room in the Diamond Head Tower on the 37th floor. First thing you'll notice, and one of the things I love about this hotel, is just how big the rooms are. There is a lot of space in here, not just for the bed and the furniture, but to open up your luggage if you want to. I've got some of mine right down there, but there's lots of space in here. So now, in addition to the bed, over here on this side, we've got a big closet, so you can put lots of stuff in here, shelves that you can put your stuff in. Inside the closet, we've got an ironing board, couple things to put suitcases on. We've got some slippers, we've got a nice reusable Hyatt Regency shopping bag, extra pillows, lots of hangers, good amenities in there. In the drawers, what do we got? They're empty for you to put your stuff in. Coming over this way, underneath the television is a mini fridge. This comes empty for you to put your stuff in here. I've got some snacks for tomorrow and some of my favorite Ito and teas that I picked up at Foodland Farms at Ala Moana. Up on top, we've got a little interesting lamp, the ice bucket. They give you a couple of complimentary water bottles that you can fill up back at that ice machine outside. Under here, we've got the coffee and tea, Hawaiian Paradise and Islands coffee and Ito N green tea. Safe right down there. And in this section, this just has some more drawers that you can put your stuff in. That connects over to the desk. Nice big power port here so you can plug in 6 different things. Good kind of surfboard size. You can do a lot of work on this with a nice picture of a wave up on top. Cool surf-inspired clock over here. And then there is a big chair over on this side that you can sit on and look out at your ocean view. Obviously, it's dark right now, but we'll check that out tomorrow when it's daylight. And yes, I like hotels that still have clocks. There is a clock next to the bed. All right, so coming out here onto my ocean view balcony. Oh, they have this like second lock up here. So you gotta like open this thing first, and then you can open the door. Coming outside, this black is the ocean. This right here is looking out to Waikiki towards Diamond Head at night, and in the daytime, bam, it looks like this. You can see Diamond Head right there. Oahu's probably most popular hike, and then you can look out this way and you can see the ocean, you can see the surfers that are out there, and then you can look straight down and you can see the sand. Coming back into the balcony, you can see there's a couple of nice chairs on on it with a padded seat and little table in the middle that you can put your food, your snacks, or your drinks on. Oh, one thing I want to add about the balcony door and the air conditioner is that the air conditioner only runs if the balcony door is closed. I ran into some people in the elevator and they were like, do they always turn off the air conditioning at night? And I'm like, what are you talking about? It always seems to work to me. And they were like, oh, we had to keep the door open all night because the air conditioner didn't work. Yeah, there's this sensor at the top to make sure the door is closed for this to actually blow cold air. Now you know when you stay. All right, coming back into the room from the balcony, let's check out the final part we haven't seen yet, which is the bathroom. But on the way, let's check out the mirror. There's a nice big mirror that you can admire yourself in right here. That's the door that we came into. It's a big bathroom. There's this gigantic sink room. Honestly, I feel like this is a bunch of wasted space. I don't really know. I don't love this bathroom setup, but I do love all of the space that it has. So you got towels down there. You've got sink amenities up here. You've got the Na Ho'ola Hawaiian Cocoa Mango spa bath, blah, 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 blah. It smells really good. I like the soaps they have in here. And then they've got a Toto washlet. This is the Japanese style thing. That's a bidet that will wash you in the front and the rear and also dry you too. And then there is a small bathtub with a handheld and a fixed head on the shower. Honestly, this bathroom and the kind of like setup of it definitely owes to the older vintage of this building. I wish in a remodel they could like tear down this wall, make this whole thing much bigger to use the space a lot better. Give us like a separate tub and a separate shower, but hey, I guess you can, I just don't know what you play Twister here or something like that. Such wasted space. Well, if you watch my hotel reviews regularly, now you'll know it's time for the Topher review, where I rate hotels on a scale of 1 to 5 Tophers. And so Topher, how many Tophers is this hotel gonna get? It's gonna get what? It's gonna get what? It's gonna get 3.5 Tophers. All right, so now let's talk about the pros and cons of the hotel, why it got 3.5 Tophers, and why it didn't get 5 Tophers. Now, before I get into the pros and cons, I need to tell you how much I paid for this hotel, because that goes into the total rating. One of the things I like about the Hyatt Regency Waikiki is that the room rates are pretty reasonably priced. It has so many rooms, 1,200 rooms, they need to offer reasonable prices to book them all, and so I was able to get this hotel for about $200 a night. You do have to add the $50 a night resort fee to that too. By the way, if you are planning to book this hotel, I suggest you check out my new favorite hotel booking website, planin.com. If you sign up for a free account, you can get insider deals on many hotels in Waikiki and really across the world. I've gotten up to 40% off hotels booking on Planin, but again, you do have to sign up to check those insider rates. Link in the description if you want to check that out. All right, so let's go ahead and start with the pros. The first pro is absolutely the location. I love the Hyatt Regency's central location in Waikiki. I also love the beach that it's in front of. The beach park here that has the protected area for swimming in really is my favorite place to come into Waikiki because, well, I don't surf when I'm here, but I do like to swim, and so I like to be able to swim without the waves crashing on me. I also like that it's very central to restaurants and shops. You can pretty much walk to everything in Waikiki from the Hyatt. The second thing I like about the Hyatt, in addition to the price being reasonable, is that the rooms are quite big. I've stayed in a lot of hotels in Waikiki, and I feel like the Hyatt has some of the biggest standard size rooms. When I've stayed at the Westin Moana Surfrider that's right across the street, the rooms there are so small. One room I stayed in, it was so small that the door actually opened and hit the bed. You couldn't open the door all the way. So lots of room to spread out. I also love that if you're traveling here with kids, you can request a crib and they will bring the crib into your room for free. And there's still plenty of room in the room, even with 2 beds and a crib. I love the views from the hotel. It's 40 stories tall, and so if you get one on a high floor, like the 37th floor, the oceanfront views are absolutely amazing. As someone with Hyatt Elite status, I also enjoy the lounge. Solid lounge. The breakfast had a good assortment of items, always 2 hot dishes every day that would rotate. Sometimes it was eggs, sometimes it was pancakes. I really appreciated that the lounge opened at 6 in the morning for us early birds that are just already on early time and didn't close until 9:30, so quite long hours. And I also appreciate it because so many lounges in Waikiki have closed since COVID and not reopened. I used to really like the lounge at the Westin Moana Surfrider and the Sheraton Hotel, but those are both still closed at the time I'm making this review. I also like the complimentary water bottles and the water at the ice machines. It means I don't have to buy bottled water here, which also makes my trip so much easier. I found the staff at the hotel to all be very lovely. In the Regency Club, one of the staff members actually recognized me from my last trip here a few months ago. that's an amazing memory with all of the people that he sees. The valets were all friendly, the front desk staff was friendly. I definitely felt like I was treated with aloha at the Hyatt Regency. And although the hotel itself is on the older side, the rooms are kept up and maintained pretty nicely. They feel recently renovated, although when I stayed here 3 years ago, the rooms felt about the same, but the good news is they've kept the maintenance up in the 3 years since I've been here, and the rooms still feel nice and fresh. Overall, I slept very well in the room, the air conditioning worked well, and in that department, I've got no complaints. I didn't hear any sound from like the interior hallways, although now let's get to the cons. The cons related to sound, because the hotel is not oceanfront and it's across the street from the ocean, you do hear a lot of traffic coming by on this road right here. Even on the 37th floor, I can hear cars and motorcycles zooming on this road. Leaf blowers starting at 7 in the morning. That's the con of being in a hotel in Waikiki that is not on the sand. If you're on the sand, it's gonna be a lot more quiet. But any hotel that's not on the sand is gonna be a little bit noisy because Waikiki is a city-like environment. Now, if you're not a Hyatt Elite member and you're looking for breakfast in the hotel, I find the buffet option to be exorbitantly expensive. The breakfast like near $50, the dinner like $80, $90. Like those are really crazy prices for the buffet, and there's so much food around Waikiki. The good news is you don't actually have to eat there. You can eat at the ABC store. There are 3 ABC stores on the property, which is really convenient to get a much more inexpensive breakfast that you can eat at the balcony in your room. Every room has a balcony, and that's a great place to have your quick takeout breakfast. Another con is definitely the parking situation. The self-parking garage leaves a lot to be desired. That is not something unique to this hotel. Pretty much every hotel in Waikiki has really lousy and expensive self-parking, and I've often found the self-parking full when I go to it, which then means I have to end up in valet parking. That's just something I've realized I have to suck up when I'm staying at this hotel. I also don't really like the elevator situation. There's 40 stories and there's only 4 elevators in each tower, which means at busy times you can be waiting a long time for an elevator. Also, the elevators oddly don't go to the ground floor, which means to get to the elevators on the 2nd floor, you need to mostly take the escalators to get up there. The challenge is if you have like big luggage or you have a stroller or a wheelchair, you can't take those escalators. Then there's only one elevator in the middle of the building, the spa elevator, that then you can take from the ground floor up to the 2nd floor, and then you can take the other elevators to get to your room. Really kind of a haze to get from your room to get outside on the beach. I wish the elevators just went one more floor down. And although the rooms feel remodeled, the hotel itself definitely feels a bit dated. I mean, I don't know if it's the gray color scheme or all the cement or things like that, but it doesn't feel very fresh, new, and magnificent. Hyatt Regency is generally supposed to be one of Hyatt's higher-end properties, but I feel like this property is definitely on the lower end of Hyatt Regencies when it comes to just general appearance, opulence, and luxury. Now, I'm not somebody to really enjoy the pool, but if I was somebody to enjoy the pool, I feel like the pool on the pool deck is a little bit small. Unless you are at the pool deck, like right when it opens in the morning, it fills up pretty quickly, and so if you want a chair up there, make sure you get there early for chairs, because I see people lining up right when it opens to make sure they get one of the few chairs up there. The good news is you're right by the ocean. Why are you going to the swimming pool anyway? I don't know, but people do. So now to answer the question of would I stay here again and should you stay here, the answer is I would absolutely stay here again. I've stayed here numerous times. I love staying here because the price is really reasonable, the location is good, and the rooms are big. And so if those are things that you are looking for, that you value, then you should absolutely consider the Hyatt Regency for your next trip to Oahu. If you want to check out some of my other hotels right across the street, the Westin Moana Surf Rider, the Marriott Waikiki, I also enjoy just down the way. And if you are coming to Oahu, then you might enjoy my whole Oahu travel tips video right here, packed with everything you need to know to visit this amazing Hawaiian island. Well, fellow explorers, as usual, I won't say goodbye because I'm going to see you in the next video.